Okay, time to move on to the next phase. Got to get this thing out, get the air suspension off, put that suspension on. So this can be a good rolling shell eventually. Yeah, it's gonna be a shell eventually. So I just gotta start. Pay some dude to cut the grass so I can have some time on this. All the podcasts, I just gotta get this done with the time I have, because I have limitations that just occur out of nowhere for other reasons, and it might not lend itself too positive for me, so we'll see what happens. Let's get this car out. Just got a nice bit of water out the relief. So you might want to like check those every now and then. But other than that, shit, I'm gonna get started. But that definitely fucking got all of my damn hats, so I'm pissed about that. So now I gotta put the hat in the wash, and who the hell knows how a hat in the wash is gonna look when it comes to fuck out. Probably not the same. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but back to it. Can't find my valve stem release, so basically what you do is you just relieve it by hand. Now keep in mind that majority of this air right here, you can see how much water condensation came out of there, so that's a little concern. So it's a good thing that we're switching tanks. But relieving this, I don't believe relieves the pressure out of the bags, because the bags are still pretty solid. So what I'm going to do is take the lines out here and then just relieve it that way. Plus it's not under load like on the ground, so it shouldn't be that bad. Plus it's, you know, air. I mean, what's the worst that happens? I get whipped in the face by a hose. We're pretty concealed, so that's probably not gonna happen. So just gonna pull each one of those lines and relieve the pressure out of each bag as far as in the strut or shock area. And then from there, I'll start removing all the hardware that's necessary to get these out of here and then put in the stock. So that's the plan. Okay, so I took this hose out. So as much air that did not come out of there tells me it's probably another hose that runs to the tank as like a sensor to let this know when the tank's full. So these other ones run to the bags. So what I'm gonna do is pull one and then go around and fill on the bag to see which one goes soft, and then I will label each hose, so then that way Harry and Eric pretty much know, or Eric, that dude, understand which one is which. You know, try to do as much as you can to make jobs easier on your other teams. It goes a long way, so they don't have to do solving that, because I mean, other than that, they'd have to pump it up and see. But yeah, two of the hoses that really go to the front that had the most pressure, they just shot in there as soon as I released them. In these push tabs were under a lot of pressure, so I had to use like 2 fingers from each hand. So I got these labeled, but as you see, the bags are deflated all the way around like that, so we're good to go on this end now. So now let's just move on, start getting this hardware off. But first, I have a situation where I'm gonna need to knock this off and then just use a bolt to come through here, which I don't care because I just need to get this out. And these are just gonna be rollers, so I really don't give a shit. I'm going to drop this. I'm gonna get this loose first. Then I'm gonna take this bolt, drop this side of the LCA to get it out of the way, pull this, unloosen this from the top, pull this shot out, put the other one in, use this same hardware, hopefully, that I have here that should work. Given the one that's busted, I'll have to put a bolt or something on it. And hopefully this goes smoother than not. So that's the plan for the back. For the front, a bit more different, is I'll need to basically probably drop this front lower control arm and then take it out that way. I want to take this whole assembly out along with my drop forks, and we're going to come up with something different for this. Got an idea from somebody, so this will be a lot cleaner. Plus these lines are coming out. I mean, this car got less than 500 miles on it on this build, so these will go up for sale because I have totally new things that are coming in, and this situation here will be going away as well. be careful when you need to push this in. It might get hung up in this hole right here. So you'll push it in and that way it'll come loose. But there you go. This one is out. So I'll label this one with a white marker. And that's how we're gonna do the other rear one. Then we'll move to the front. Skunk 2 hardware that I have for the LCAs and the air shocks seem to not really be working. I keep many boxes of parts from the OEM build, so these should be those type of bolts right here for the rear. I'm thinking like really this one, but I'll go out there and see. And I got a few of these in here, so something should work. So I'm thinking like, you know, shit like these. One of these more than likely is for like where the subframe area goes, and one of these is likely for the shock, so I'll see which one. Get this shock and stuff into place. I had to let that cool down, so I'm gonna get that into place. Then the back is buttoned up. One of these will not be used, and I'm considering if I'm going to put a bolt on the other side, since it's going to be a roller. Might not even need it. So I moved to the front. So in the front, 2-piece, took off the fork, got the air strut inside. Now I'm going to try to get this whole piece in here without taking this apart, but more than likely I'm going to have to 2-piece it, take this part apart, grease it up, put that in, and then slide that in together, and then kind of bring it together as one piece. These shouldn't be under too much pressure. I mean, they do got a spring on it, but at the end of the day, if I need to, I know I'll have to go ahead and drop this area and then get that up in there. But I'm hoping I don't have to do that. If I can kind of, if I just spend a little bit more time tweaking it and finally get it to drop in, the shit doesn't need to be perfect. Just needs to hold on off the trailer and be settled in, bolted up. So that's what we got planned. That's what I'm about to do. This has turned into a fucking nightmare. Nothing can go easy. So this shit doesn't even fit in the spring gaps. Yes, I had to use that. And I had to use the grinder. This fucker has a broken bolt here, which is a pain in the fucking ass. But you know what? At this point, don't give a damn. That shit's getting zizz-wheeled. This shit will never be tightened. Who gives a damn? It's a roller. Long as the bottom side is bolted on, pressure should keep that straight. And I managed to forget, although I did convert this shit to JDM, doesn't mean the suspension's JDM. So the forks were on the wrong side. So yes, some of this shit is me, some of this shit is just, I got these parts from somebody and there was already a broken bolt on one of the LCAs, but a broken bolt here. So with that being the fucking case, it's a pain in the ass. Yo, this shit has been a fucking hellball, snowball downhill, all right? So listen, I'm already back to doing this. I ended up going to buy this. I'm just buying more fucking tools, but at least I have them. All this shit over here. Got this in, basically separated that, boom, boom, boom. Some of this shit came apart, so I mean, I already have the new shit ready to replace it, but it's fucking horrible. You know, these are coming off. Got a new one of those. These are coming off. New custom one of those. These shits come off, be going to powder coat. These are coming off, getting replaced. This OEM shock and strut is in here. Now I'm about to tighten up the ball joints. And I'll do that by letting the car down on its own pressure by having these jack stands at the furthest edge that I can without impeding the impact. And once I do that, this shit, I'm fucking through. I will let Harry and Eric handle the revamping of this whole system, which I technically have all the new parts already. Like new pinion, new steering, new end links, new ball joints, new every fucking thing is already brand new, ready and sitting in boxes waiting to go in there. So I'm not even fucking worried about it, as long as it makes brake line, all this shit. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm gonna get this buttoned up. I've been going since 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm about to just take a shower, drink some water, and enjoy the rest of my night and be back at it again, or don't sleep well. Either way it goes, just build it. Peace. Thanks for tuning in and watching another video here at Wolfpack Performance. Check out some of my other content on Formula One issues, our topics, and our DIY products on how to customize your vehicle. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.